happy and healthy sometimes goes beyond a well-balanced diet filled with fruits, vegetables, high-quality pellets, seeds in moderation, and all the good stuff. Sometimes they need an extra nutritional boost, and that's where supplements come in. Supplements can play a pivotal role in maintaining your bird's overall well-being, but knowing what to give, when, and how is going to be essential. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about parrot supplements and which ones you should incorporate into your bird's regular routine and why. Now, this is something that I've discovered in the last year, and prior to that, Mia never really had supplements. As humans, we take supplements,
collagen, vitamin C, and all of these different things.
But we never stopped to really think about supplements for parrots. Let's do a story time. So back in the fall, Mia went for her semi-annual avian vet checkup to make sure that she's healthy and everything's all good. And when she took her poop sample and checked it out, she came back and surprised me with the results and said that
Mia doesn't have enough bacteria in her poop. She doesn't have bad bacteria. She just doesn't have enough bacteria. And I was like,
what does that mean? And she recommended a probiotic. And that's when I started to look up probiotics for birds and get more interested in it. And I came across several other supplements that are beneficial for birds as well. I also had Dr. Octavio come on to the Parrot podcast, and we also talked about this, and I asked him about probiotics for birds. She said that they were low in, her poop samples were low in bacteria, as if she had too little bacteria, and she recommended a supplement that's a probiotic for birds. And she said for Mia to be on the probiotics for 30 days. Now, what could be causing low bacteria in a bird's poops?
Yeah, this is an excellent question. Thinking about bacteria, the crop and the gut microbiome, we can face two different problems. Birds that they have a lot of bacteria, and birds that they have no bacteria.
Oh my gosh, so are things too clean?
Yeah. Never I consider a healthy bird if the bird has zero bacteria.
Okay.
Also, yesterday I was checking a patient, and also the bird had no bacteria in their poop.
So in this video, I'm going to give you my recommendations, what's worked for us, and why you might want to consider probiotics along with a few other supplements for your birds. So after I found out that Mia didn't have enough bacteria and she should be taking a probiotic, our vet recommended a liquid one that you add to their water. And so that is an option, and Mia drank the water a few times, but she wasn't super keen, especially because I found that the probiotic we got, it had quite a strong tea tree smell. And so she wasn't really drinking it, and I messaged our vet and I said, is there a powder probiotic that I can add to her food? Because I've seen other probiotics that come in a powder formula, and you can put it on their fresh chop and you just kind of stir it in. They don't notice it. I don't think it has much of a taste because Mia eats it. She eats her chop with her supplements in powder form in there. So we started giving her probiotics regularly, and I noticed that her poops became a lot better. Whereas before I had some question marks when I saw a few of her poops, and that was probably related to her microbiome and there not being enough bacteria. She is super rowdy for this video. So basically, we needed to add the probiotics. I noticed that her poops were a lot better and things seemed to regulate themselves. And we are coming up to her next avian vet visit appointment, so we'll see how the poops look then.
What is this?
As I was doing my search for probiotics, I came across a few other supplements that were also recommended by our vet and some other parrot community friends. And so I actually have incorporated other supplements for Mia as well, not just the probiotic, but I'm going to show you the probiotics that we do use. Now, before I show you, I do want to say that if you're going to add supplements into your parrot's diet, make sure you consult with your avian vet and ask them for their recommendations. And the products that I'm going to show you, you may not find in your country, because I have also noticed that different countries have different brands for these different supplements. So just make sure
You ask your avian vet. Whatever you do, ask your avian vet.
So we ended up going with a powder one, and this is the powder probiotic that I use for her, and I just put a little bit into her chop, and yeah, it's just a powder. And it comes with a little scoop, a measuring spoon, and it gives you the instructions on how much to put. You've got a little measuring spoon, it's powder. I usually just do kind of like a smaller portion and sprinkle it on her chop. The other supplement that I wanted to talk about is biotin. And this is something that Mia is taking right now because she is molting. So I am putting biotin instead of the probiotics. We're switching things up. Before, she was getting probiotics regularly, and I still give her probiotics every single week. This is something that I've incorporated into her routine, and she is regularly having probiotics, and that was also recommended by Dr. Octavio that we should be giving our birds probiotics 1 to 2 times a week.
That to check the microbiome is more important than a blood test.
Interesting. So to increase to a healthy level of bacteria or increase the amount of bacteria, do you think that probiotics is the best way?
Yes, probiotics is the unique preventive treatment that I agree, and also a treatment for we keep forever to the birds.
Do you think that probiotics is something that we should regularly have in our like yearly routine, like sometimes taking probiotics, sometimes not, like for our birds?
Yeah, what I suggest is make a weekly treatment.
Okay, so once a week, every week.
I suggest around 2-3 times per week.
Okay, so
If the bird is sick, if the bird is recovering from antibiotic treatments, the bird had infection, I recommend at least 1 month of treatment.
So this is regular in her weekly routine. And while she's molting, she is also getting biotin because it's going to help her with the molting process and growing new feathers. So right now, as she's molting, she's also getting biotin a few times a week, but I don't give her different supplements on the same days. I don't mix and match. I just prefer to do one at a time, but please speak with your avian vet if you want to incorporate more than one supplement at a time, and she'll get biotin a few times a week until I've noticed that she's finished molting. And the other one is a multivitamin, and the multivitamin here has 18 different vitamins and minerals, and it's just a great addition to add into their diet here and there, but it's a nice little boost of nutrition. But just please make sure that you proceed with caution. You look for really good brands and quality ingredients, and you also check with your avian vet, ask them for their recommendations and how to administer the different supplements that your avian vet helps you choose for your bird and their needs. On the topic of supplements, I also want to give a little bit of a spotlight to avian teas, because there are a ton of really great avian teas out there as well, and avian teas are also safe. And avian teas can also offer your bird the nutritional benefits of certain herbs and flowers in liquid form so that they're getting that nutrition into their little bodies. And there's also different teas that are formulated for different needs. Hormone teas, calming teas, feather teas. There's just an abundance that you can choose from depending on what your bird's needs are. Mia and I just wanted to pop in here and talk about another supplement that we are going to be trying. We are super excited about, and we know that it is just really quality and good stuff. These two supplements from Bio Bird Blends, it's the Green Biodiversity Supplement Powder and the Taming the Flame Powder. Now, why are these great? So let's start with Taming the Flame. This is going to help birds that need a little extra TLC, maybe with their joints or digestion or any type of inflammation. With this powder, you only need a little pinch over your bird's chop or their wet food, and you would do the same with the Green Biodiversity Supplement Powder. And this one is really great for just general overall health. This is something that you can give to your bird regularly, whether they have issues or not. This is available now also in the UK and soon around Europe from Best Behaved Birds. Huge shout out to bird nerd Sophie. Now, I gave a little bit of a spotlight to Avian teas, and I did mention Bio Bird Blends, and we have 2 teas from them. Again, thank you to Best Behaved Birds for sending these out to us, and make sure you check them out, especially if you're in the UK. And this is the Hormone Homeostasis tea, and this is the Return to Peace tea. So why are these teas great? The great thing about these teas is that they're easy to make, they're full of health benefits, and your birds are probably going to love them. And on top of that, you can brew them warm, you can brew them cold, but you should always serve them cool. But you can also use these as foraging blends. You don't have to use them just for tea. You can let them nibble on this in, say, a foraging tray or a foraging bowl, or serve it dry as well. Probably the best and easiest way to do this is to cold brew. And for cold brewing, you just add 1 teaspoon of tea for every 8 ounces. And then you just put it in the fridge, and it'll be ready in the morning for you to add to your bird's water. And in the beginning, you can give it to them diluted because they might not be familiar with the taste, or they might wonder, what is this? Or the color might throw them off. So you might want to start off with diluting the teas a lot. This is the Hormone Homeostasis tea, and this is something that you would give your bird during hormone season to support them. Now, this isn't going to make your bird not hormonal anymore, but it's definitely going to help them and hopefully reduce those symptoms. It also depends on your individual bird and how intense the hormones are, but this is definitely something that you want to get during hormone season, which is usually spring. So we are in that season. You better get yourself some hormone avian tea. And this is the Return to Peace tea, and this is just an overall calming tea if your bird is anxious, if they're stressed, or if you just want to give them a little bit of calmness. I sometimes give me a seed mix that has lavender in it because it is also calming. And well, we know that birds can be rowdy dinosaurs, so
We need to give them something to calm down.
Sophie actually gave a really great recommendation in one of her videos, and she mentioned that if your bird has a tough time with sleep time or their sleep routine, then this is something that you can incorporate into your routine and make for them about a half hour, 45 minutes before their usual bedtime. And that might help calm them down and also create a nice bonding experience and add to their routine so they know, oh, it's almost time for sleep. I'm gonna feel really calm after I have some of this tea. So that's it for today. We hope that this video helped you learn something new when it comes to parrot supplements and how they can be used to enhance your parrot's diet. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for good, cute vibes, and we will see you in the next video.